It's a Tuesday morning, and it's the show about food and fun places in the mayhem of life. It's a Tyler Glenn show. Welcome to the Beach Bunker. I'm Tyler Glenn, and it looks as if we're going to dodge a bullet in southwestern Manitoba, but the southeastern side of the province is going to get hammered by that Colorado low. We're not out of the woods just yet. There are some school cancellations we'll pass along, and an updated forecast coming up in a little bit, and we're going to talk some Easter stuff today. Yeah, Easter's coming fast. Easter egg hunts are not happening this year. No, eggs are too expensive. What will they substitute the eggs with? We've got the details. Also, I'm going to introduce you to a dad who is forced to live on a diet of Easter eggs, and he's eaten over 200 this year. Nuts. Nuts, I tell you. Nuts. Good morning. It's so nice to see you. It's the Tyler Glenn Show, and we're going to update your roads and weather in just a second. First, a sneak peek on what we've got on today's show. So not just about Easter eggs, but apparently we've got the first signs that the summer travel season could be a bit of a nightmare, a bit of a repeat of what we saw at Christmas time. So even though the snow is coming, and even though the weather is crappy, and even though it still feels a lot like winter, people are making summer plans. And if those summer plans involve traveling on an airplane, proceed with caution. We'll talk a bit about that. Speaking of caution, if you have gift cards in your house right now, they're in your purse, they're in that special junk drawer, you've got gift cards. It seems like everybody has a stack of gift cards somewhere. The economy is on the ropes. Businesses are laying off staff. A lot of businesses are closing. Experts say you got to get your gift card collection out and have a look at that. It's a bit of an inventory warning because there's some circumstances where you're not going to be able to use your gift cards even if that business is still open, and I'll explain coming up in a little bit. Costco. Oh, everybody loves Costco, hey? We've got for you 7 new Costco snacks that everyone is dying to try. They've broken the internet with the announcement of these Costco exclusive snacks. You're going to be taking these to the beach this summer. And you heard it here first. We'll have them for you. pictures and everything so you can go into Costco and get these snacks. Horrible dating experiences. Half of single adults say they'll never meet the one. A lot of young people are just giving up. And if you've been out of the dating scene for a while, some of the stuff we're going to share this morning is shocking about what young people are going through just to be on a date with somebody. It's pretty amazing. Dating in 2023 is not nice. It's pretty gross, actually. And the average sports fan, how far will they travel? How much money will they spend to see their favorite team? Some shocking results are good news for sports teams and for sports fans. It's a bit jaw-dropping how far we're willing to go for our favorite team. But Jets fans are probably going to go, oh, yeah, we already knew that. We'll talk about that and more. That's just the tip of the iceberg on what is set to be another busy morning on the Tyler Glenn Show. Let's take a look at your roads this morning. No closures to report. That's good. Roads have improved since yesterday. And we'll do our Romper Room Roundup. Is that what we're going to call this now? The Romper Room Roundup. Tasha was in Talking Chicken early this morning. Connie and Terry misbehaving. Porky Jr. I see Porky. I see Debbie. Good morning. And roads are a little bit better this morning. We're going to pull up your Manitoba 511. No closures to report. However, there is a couple of schools that won't be operating today. Pilot Mound and Crystal City area schools. Apparently roads are still bad there. Crews are still trying to get some stuff done there. So again, that's Pilot Mound, Crystal City area. Until they can get those roads salted and sand to a degree where they feel confident that it's not going to be dangerous for the kids, there won't be school there. But everybody else, it appears at this point in time, is going to be back in action. I hear there's another big storm coming. Well, we're going to touch on that in just a bit. There is good news and bad news with that, okay? And we'll touch on that in a little bit. But first, let's show you what wind chill is looking like. And then we'll get to temperature, and then we'll go back. We'll swing back to roads here for a second. And we'll show you the Manitoba 511 map. Hey, it's the naked hippie. You won't be naked on Wednesday and Thursday. Well, you could be. But objects will be smaller than they appear in the rear view window in that extreme cold. Good morning, Jude. Miss B69 and Naked Hippie. Oh, everybody's here. And you're here. Thanks for joining the show. Boy, what a day yesterday. It was busy. It was crazy. We had a lot of storm stuff, but boy, you know what? It was really a lot of fun. And we had so many people online. It was just awesome to have this incredible group of people join the show. It was so much fun. I'm sorry, it was stressful for a lot of people, and I apologize for that. My fun doesn't necessarily translate to everybody else's fun. Yeah, a lot of kids had the day off yesterday. A lot of parents were staying home yesterday, too. Just kind of messed up everybody's day. Now, we may have a repeat of that. I'll explain in just a second. That's your temperature this morning, and we're going to take a look at your Manitoba 511 map. And yesterday, this map looked pretty concerning. We had a couple of roads that were lit up in red. That is not the case this morning. We don't have any closures. But south of the Trans-Canada Highway, we're still seeing that we've got some partial cover, but nothing super serious. If you are traveling the Trans-Canada Highway between Brandon and Winnipeg, that section that was closed yesterday apparently is still quite slippery, and that would include the low road to Shiloh, I believe, is still a little on the slippery side. Zooming in there to our fine city of Brandon, Canada. Look at it. It's so cute for little Brandon. It's an adorable little town. Winnipeg is, oh yeah, look at this. They're doing fine. They're just giving her, ripping her in Winnipeg. And this is, boy, you better enjoy this, Winnipeg, because it's coming for you. You're going to get the brunt of this. Hey, it's Lillian. Boy, it sure is nice to see your name, Lillian. Have a wonderful day. You too. So Winnipeg, you better enjoy this because you're going to get hammered. You're going to get the worst of the storm, according to today's weather models. Now, it's not like the southwestern corner is going to get off scot-free. That's not the case at all. In fact, U.S. weather modeling is saying that it's going to be a blizzard for basically the entire area. Have a look at this. Let's have a look-see. And
weather alerts, we are still seeing that blizzard warning, obviously, for many counties across.
Okay, so now to read this map here, obviously this is the U.S. Weather Service, but you can see the red, right? Minot is basically at the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border. And the U.S. Weather Service, I hate to say it, they're a little more accurate than Environment Canada. And they've just got so many more resources than we do. That's just the way it goes. And the thing is that they have declared a blizzard warning basically right across the southern border of Manitoba. And this is a Colorado low. It's coming in from that
eastern
direction,
and southwestern corner of the state. Snow amounts still obviously up in the area, obviously heavier to the east.
That guy's got a brutal hum.
Again, still a pretty big gradient from the north to the south. But it looks like the south central could get pretty heavy snow, 8 to 18 inches possible,
crap.
and obviously increasing as you move east.
18 inches.
That will go up until 12 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Winds will be another factor that's common across the whole state, looking at maybe 40 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So blowing snow is going to be an issue. That's why we're seeing on our snowstorm impact index extreme impact in areas around James County.
Okay, so this is the good news. This is
hang on
a second. Hang on. This is the good news for us here. So see how it switches to yellow, meaning minor impact, that you go above Minot, right? That's the Saskatchewan-Manitoba border. It's really, as who was it saying? Porky was saying that it's gonna cripple Winnipeg. It could really hammer Winnipeg, especially that perimeter driving. Could get really, really nasty. Now, here's the thing, though. On Sunday in southwestern Manitoba, I was looking at the statistics from Sunday's snowfall, and we got
travel will be difficult.
Thanks,
we're also seeing
pal. No, we're done. We got about 12 centimeters of snow on Sunday. So this is what we just dug out from on the weekend was 12 centimeters, just for a point of reference. So we just came out of 12 centimeters of snow, and they're saying 5 to 15. So what does that mean? We should probably expect a repeat of what we saw Sunday. That's the good news. So if you didn't like what happened on Sunday, just prepare for that. It's not going to be snowmageddon. Now, if you have plans to travel to or from Winnipeg, Winnipeg is really kind of in the bullseye now, and they could see 25 centimeters. And to the east, it could get really nasty. So the good news is we're not going to get quite as much as originally predicted, but nevertheless, a lot of people are going to and from Winnipeg, lots of people traveling in southern Manitoba, and you need to be ready for that because it's going to get really nasty. Where we see lots of beautiful roads this morning, that is going to turn ugly in a hurry. And, of course, we're going to be on top of it for you each morning this week. We appreciate you being here, and we'll keep you updated with the live radar and weather maps and road maps, and we'll keep you updated so you can have a quick gander before you hit the highway to be sure that you're safe. But anyway, this morning, things are looking good. Things are returning to normal, and the storm is not going to be quite as bad for the west as it will be for the east. However, expect a repeat of what we had on Sunday. Okay? Okay. So today is Tuesday, April the 4th. It is 404 day, which makes sense because it's April the 4th. But 404 is also that stupid screen that you get when your internet's not working or the website that you're supposed to go to is not being kept up to date. Yeah, so it's 404 day. Happy 404 day. It's Holy Tuesday, Jeep 4x4 day, International Day for Mine Awareness. It's International Carrot Cake Day. Who doesn't love a good carrot cake with cream cheese icing? I do. It is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, Day of Action. It is Vitamin C Day. Everybody got their vitamin C this morning? Did you get your vitamin C there, Porky Jr., Tom Wenham, Kathleen, Sandy Donald? Good morning. Nice to see you. Of course, orange juice is the most popular way to get your vitamin C. I like those. I can eat those vitamin C tablets like they're candy. God, they're good. Vitamin C is just so delicious. Uncle Bo is here, too. It's Tell a Lie Day. Why would you do such a thing? Who invented this? A day when anyone is free to tell big lies and small lies. Really? Others say that not all types of lies should be said today, but only little white lies, as they're often said to prevent the hurting of someone else's feelings. I think this is the gateway drug. Little white lies are the gateway drug to the big lies. It is unknown who started this day, and if someone stepped forward and said they'd created it, chances are they'd be lying anyway, which makes a lot of sense. So I guess it sticks with the theme of April Fools and don't believe anything anybody is saying, which is kind of like every other day of the year. It's World Rat Day. Oof. You dirty rat. You dirty rat. Oh, boy. Speaking of rats, I'm sure there are a few that feel that the former U.S. president is kind of a rat trapped in a corner this morning. He's got to show up at a courtroom in New York for his arraignment today. And I'm not going to talk about this a whole lot because the mainstream media, I think the only thing I'm going to say about this for the time being is that watch the mainstream media. Just watch them as an observer of how they cover things right now. They are like Tyler at a 99-cent buffet. It is just the door opens and the waiter's there and he says, "Hello, sir. Just so you're aware, we have every food known to man." It's like me visiting Golden Corral if you've ever been. We have every food known to man. It's 99 cents. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Give me a plate. Oh, see ya. And that's the mainstream media right now. It's catnip. It's funny to watch some of these journalists who are supposed to be professionals, supposed to be impartial, and I don't care what side you're on the whole Trump thing. It doesn't matter. Because I watch it from I want to see somebody that is just going to tell me what's going on, not inject their feelings into the whole thing. A show like this it has my name on it. If you're going to watch a show like Tucker Carlson, his name is on it. You're going to get an hour of Tucker Carlson or Larry King or Oscar the Grouch or whatever show you're watching. But if you're watching a news channel, you should be getting the news. No? I don't know. So anyway, it was funny yesterday. They're just like, Trump. And you got to be thinking to yourself, this guy loves the media. He loves he loves to be the topic of discussion, and that's exactly what they're doing. So just tell us the facts. Is this legit? Isn't it? Can we have two sides? No, I think those days are gone. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe you can't have two sides of anything anymore. It's just whoever's in the newsroom gets their side. And you know what? That's fine, but get your own show then. If you want to have information bias, then get your own show. Get off a CNN or a Fox News or whatever. Again, a lot of those Fox News guys have their own shows. So, but anyway, you know what you're in for. But anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now. Speaking of news, though, it's Hug a News Person Day. And one of my favorite news people, he's far from me. Well, not too far. But he's not in Brandon anymore. We worked together for a few years. And his name, still in the news business. He works for CJOB in Winnipeg, and now he's back on TV. But this is old footage of him. He's my buddy, Clay Young. Here's Clay back in the late 80s or 90s working with Sylvia Kuzik.
We'll have more on the election coming up later in the newscast, but right now...
he is the original Ron Burgundy. That's why you got to love Clay. Like, have you ever seen the show Ron Burgundy? Hi, I'm Clay Young. He is just...
Sylvia is here. Hi.
Yeah, it's so nice working with you
so
again.
Nice to
it's
see
been
you.
a while to see
Yeah,
you
it
here.
has.
I'll tell you, Clay, I was almost tempted to call in sick today, to be away from work, so I wouldn't have to talk about this crummy weather.
It doesn't matter what day of the year it is or what year it is, actually. And this is, like I said, from the 80s or 90s, and they're still talking about crappy weather. I didn't want to come into work today. Yeah, we could play this yesterday.
You know what I found today?
What?
I was looking on the weather monitor. On this date in 1992, it was 30 degrees.
It's really
And now look what we're
depressing.
getting.
I've had so many complaints today. It's going to be a really chilly, blustery, ugly night. There is a weather advisory in
Really
effect for
chilly,
almost
blustery,
all
ugly night. So anyway, that's Clay from the 80s, and he looks much different now. But that was in the heyday of television, and in the heyday of television, my favorite news guy, Clay Young, took it upon himself. He used to dress up in Halloween costumes and on TV and stuff like that, do all kinds of weird and fun stuff. But one day, he wanted to get pepper sprayed in the face on purpose to see what it felt like. And, we watched this video together when we worked together, and he's like, oh, dude, this hurt so bad. I wanted to go running and screaming from the TV crew because it was the biggest mistake of my life. But at the time, he's like, yeah, just so you know what it's like to be sprayed by pepper in the case of a protest or something like that. This is what it feels like. And so here's Clay, and he gets sprayed, and it goes bad quick. So here we go. I can't hear it. Why can I not hear? You got to be able to hear this. You got to be able to hear Clay here. So give me a second. Okay, so maybe the volume, because it's such an old video. Here he is. So he's going to get sprayed by the cops. And he's cursing. They had to bleep it out. And it was really, really bad. Into the pail of water. And he's like, it's almost like I was going to be drowned. It's like I could not get this water into my eyes fast. Like pepper spray hurts like. He said it was probably the worst pain of his life. And he goes like, I'm on a live shot on television. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? They're getting the water in there. He's like, oh my God, I felt like I could pass out. The pain. And these cops are like, okay, dude, you wanted this. You wanted to get this spray in the face. And no, it was very, very painful. So poor Clay. He said he spent the next 2 or 3 days just like rubbing his eyes. Ay, ay, ay. But, The Adventures of Clayman. Oh, I didn't see that one. Clay Young Clayman. You should see him dressed up in his. Oh my gosh.
Ever since he was created 54 years ago by Canadian Joe Shuster, Superman has been a hero to millions of people. But in recent years, his popularity has dimmed, and because of that, DC Comics has decided to kill him off. In the so-called final edition, Superman dies in a fierce battle with a villain known as Doomsday.
So this
Today,
is Clay
people
doing
are
a
flooding into comic
Superman
stores
bit
to snap
on the
up
news.
The $2.95 special edition.
This particular comic, we haven't seen this much business from
Superman
non-comic
used to be
collectors
drawn in
more than
Brandon,
anything else.
actually.
Comic
Artist
stores
that drew him
expect the
here.
Death of Superman issue to be gone from the shelves before the end of the weekend. And say the issue will be worth a lot of money years from now. Fans of the Man of Steel have mixed reaction to his death.
I can't believe they killed him. So just in shock.
I think it's a good change.
Teacher, we need help.
I'll be right there.
Oh, and look at this. Here he comes. Here he comes.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Clayman.
This aired on TV.
What's the problem, kid?
Look, it's Clayman!
Yeah, and then they green screened him over so that he could fly, over the city. Amazing! This is an actual news report. Oh, Clayman. Yep. Oh, Clayman, you are our favorite. You are the newsman of the day. Hug a newsman day. Have a great day, Clay. We're going to update your roads and forecast again. It's that time to say goodbye to our TikTok friends and Facebook friends. Again, join the party over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn. Ronald, who's on Facebook. Sharon, who's up in Dauphin on Facebook. So many of our Facebook friends. Sandy, too, and Paul. You know what? Come on over. And you too, Lillian. Come on over to Twitch. We need you. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. And get the rest of the show, the next 90 minutes or so. Don't forget, it comes in an audio version as a podcast every weekday at noon. An edited version of the show for your audio listening enjoyment if you're driving around and want to check on what we talked about on the show. You can get that on Red Circle, thetylerglennshow.com, or wherever you get your podcasts. And in the meantime, we have to say goodbye to our friends on TikTok. And we do that now. It's so hard to say goodbye. It's so hard to say goodbye. But the folks on Twitch shall be rewarded for being part of the Twitch crew. We appreciate it.